Guys, I am Parminder Randhawa from IBSL AMBALA, India. So in this video we are going to do the part 2 of speaking topic, that how to prepare our part 2. In this the topic which is in front of you, that's this one, that is describe an interesting discussion you had about how you spend your money, right? Before this I want to go on this line because this is a paper from Cambridge we have taken. They have written very clearly here, you will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So it means my time is that at least I have to speak for 1 minute and maximum to 2 minutes, right? So it means the thing is very much clear here. So don't concentrate on one thing that you have to complete 2 minutes. They have written here very clearly that the topic is for 1 to 2 minutes. Second, you have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. So it means they have given you complete 1 minute to think on this, that on what thing you want to talk. And they have also written here, you can make some notes to help you if you wish. So these three things are there. First one is very much clear, you can check that you will, right? Second, again you have 1 minute, fine, to think on this topic. And third, you can make, it means it's your thing is that if you want to make, you can make your notes. So this is the topic which is on the left side, that describe an interesting discussion you had about how you spend your money. You should say, so it's the advice here, should is there, obligation is there, we can say here, who you had the discussion with, why you discussed this topic, what the result of the discussion was, and explain why this discussion was interesting to you. So in this, on what thing we have to underline and how we can prepare, that's the main thing here. And how we can manage the time also. In this I'll go in two ways. First, I will prepare it properly, right? Then after that preparation, after discussion of the points, then I'll do one thing, then I will try to prepare within 1 minute. First, I am going in a very layman style, in an easy style, and I'll prepare accordingly, right? So in this case, I again want to underline one thing which is very much important, and they have written for us, so we have to think on this one, right? And now, how can I prepare the topic? He said that you should say who you had the discussion with. Who, I'd always tell you, it's for the person, right? So we have to think about the person here, right? With whom I had a meeting, and why you discuss this topic, right? Why? What was the need of this topic? Third thing is that, and what is the topic? The topic is that how you spend your money, how you can spend. And in third, he is saying that what the result of the discussion was. So what's the result of this discussion? That is also an important thing. And in fourth, he is saying, right, explain why this discussion was interesting for you. So why it's interesting. So first of all, I'll go in layman language or layman style, just start from the rags of the things, that how can I prepare my topic, right? My method is that I always go with the circle thing, just like this one, so that I can write my points, right? Now the first point is who you had the discussion with. So topic, you know, how you spend your money, interesting discussion. So who is, you can say any person's name, anything, Mr. Harish, right? My uncle, who is also an investment advisor. So I can say this way. He said who you had the discussion with. So my discussion is with this person, right? So that's my first answer here. Then he said one thing. It means what I have to do, I have to work in systematic manner, that I have to first give the answer of first question. Why you discuss this topic? Why? Right? Suppose you may be a working person, you may be a student. So your discussion is how to spend the money. Fine. Basically, I am extravagant in nature, right? So, and I cannot manage money in a proper manner. I spend ruthlessly. Fine. And I always find myself, right? I always find myself in a miserable situation after a fortnight. Still, I get handsome pocket money or handsome salary. Fine. But it's very hard for me to manage the money. So it's a handsome pocket money still. Then the next thing is that one. So I always in a miserable, or I always just like run out of money, right? That's why I discuss this topic. Next is this one. What the result of the discussion was. Thank God it was a great discussion. Thanks God. It was great discussion. Why was? Because the question is in was. Right? It was a great discussion. There may be some writing problem. Right? My finger is not working properly today. So why? How can you say? Fine. First of all, he solved my all queries. He solved my all queries. I can put more stress on it. He tried to solve my all queries. That's the main thing. Right? Second, he told me how I can manage money in a proper manner. Right? Third, he told me step by step use of money. It means where I have to spend, that's must. Right? Could I spend? That's the thing he told me. Fine. And on means just like you are in need of something. Suppose I am giving you an example. So how could I spend the money? That he told me. Second, he told me also one thing. Right? How to save money. That's the thing he did with me. Because the main topic is only of money. And explain why this discussion was interesting for you. Explain. Right. Money management is the most important issue for me. Was the most important issue for me. Right. I discussed this issue with that man. I got results. Right. I got some technical points on this one. Fine. And after that, I just like tried myself to cover important issues or prominent issues on that topic. So that's why it was important, interesting. And second, he gave very practical solutions. He gave very practical or pragmatic solutions, I can say. Right. Because I have to make it more interesting. Pragmatic solutions he gave. Right. The discussion, it lasted for about 30 minutes. But in that 30 minutes, he opened various vista or areas or vistas, right, in spending habits. That's the thing. And the suggestions, or we can say the recommendations, it was in layman language, where applicability of amount was utilized. So in this way I prepared my notes. I took more time, but I told that what I have to do, I have to prepare properly. Now we'll try for 1 minute also, that how much I can prepare, but this is my rough note. So we know what's the point is that who you had discussion with, Mr. so and so, you can tell the relation, you don't tell, he was an investment advisor, fine, anything you can say. Why you discussed? Because main issue is of management of money, right? Extravagant nature. I felt myself this miserable after a fortnight because I left with no money. It means handsome pocket money. Really it was great discussion. So here we have to use some kind of rhythm in this manner. Thanks God it was a real discussion. Fine. Why? Or great discussion. Why? Because you got some positive points. He tried to solve my queries. Then I went to this area, management, step by step. Fine. How could I spend? Then he said that why this discussion was interesting for you, because I got positive results. He discussed in a technical way. He just like cover the important issues. He gave practical solutions. Lasted for so much time. He opened various areas, just like how can I work properly. So, and it was in layman applicability of amount, that how we can utilize the amount. So this is about the interesting discussion that you had. Now how we can prepare in 1 minute. So how it works. So you can go with any kind of, because there you can use the watch or a stopwatch, but the examiner, right, there you go, he or she is going to stop you. So first point is that who you had discussion with. So here name of person I will write. This is my notes which I have to complete within 1 minute, right? Then he said why you discuss this topic, right? Short of money always in a month, problem, right? How to spend, where to spend. Fine. What's the result of discussion? Amazing results. Technicality in solution, right? He really attracted with his view, with his approach. In this case I just want to thank God also, fine, because he gave me very right solutions, or I can say very much practical solutions. Explain why this discussion was interesting, because I was in need of this thing, right? Just like I wanted that somebody would give me advice, a piece of advice. right? Second, the style of person, the convincing power of person, that how he convinced, how he talked, right? And he gave very fruitful examples also, right? He prepared me for the future, that how could I manage it, step by step solutions he told me. So these are the points we can prepare within 1 minute. Now I have these points, right, and a kind of thing in my mind, and I can do accordingly also, I can speak accordingly. So this is the part 2 of the speaking, right? So, and whatever here I did in front of you, right? So I did on the spot, and I tried just like to give a right solution. The main thing is that how we can prepare the part 2. So we can prepare just in this way, and because the thing is that we have to maintain the grammar, we have to maintain the rhythm, fine, of the thing, so that we can get nice band. So these are some of the points you can check, please. Thoughts are according to the persons, right? You have different thoughts from me, so you can manage accordingly. But the thing is that we have to discuss, because sometimes what happen, people mostly think that they are not going according to topic, they are out of topic, and there is a kind of mess in their mind. So don't think this one, because whatever you are speaking, you are always according to topic, right? Because examiner knows that how your thought works here. So don't try to judge yourself. Mostly we judge by ourselves, and we get problem in this one, right? I'll show you the topic again, please. You can prepare yourself also, and if you want to just like share with me, that's nice for me. You can share. This is a topic. Now after this we'll go to the part 3 also. This kind of discussion we can continue, because from part 3 you can get an idea. So this is a part 3, please. This is a discussion topic. First of all, some examiners, they explain this thing also, that I am going to talk on money and young people. So first question is this one in front of you. Why do some parents give their children money to spend each week? So why their parents? So the thing is that one, if I'll go with a kind of solution to this one, so what is my view, right, please? And second thing is that please do one thing. I told you your thoughts may be different from mine, but every person has his own ideas and thoughts, and your thoughts are also right, I'm not saying. So he said, why do some people, so he needs a reason from me, he needs a reason. So he said, why do some parents give their children money to spend? Maybe they want whatever I think, so I don't do, and never repeat the line, please. Start straight way, that I think, we can say, I view, I opine, whatever you think, right? So starting this way. Why do? Because just I want to start, I think, straight way. There may be some calculation in the mind of parents. They have some calculation, right? Some calculations in the mind of parents. What kind of calculations, we can say? Either they want to judge, or they want to throw responsibility on the children, and they want to check that something children they want to buy something, and they just want to check that how they spend on the necessity or on useless things, because it depends on the calculations what's going in the parent, right? Because in the future naturally they have to manage money, so that's why they are preparing them also, or they are preparing them for the practical solutions of the real world, right, of the real world they are preparing for the practical, where they have to work. So this is my thought. Your thought may be different. Now let's go to the question number 2. You have seen the questions. Do you agree that schools should teach children how to manage money? Very nice. And I want to give, this is my question number 2, this is my question number 1. Yes, I agree. Whenever there is a question in the do, try to use yes or no. Right? The examiner will be more happy with you. Do you agree that schools should teach children how to manage money? Yes. Why? I told you one thing before it, that real world. What's the meaning of school here? School means to give education. Right? School means to prepare a student or a child to face realities. And where we have to face realities? That in the world. It means if they teach them that how to manage money, naturally they will become a good manager, right, in calculating or in, we can say, amounting money matters. That's the reason here. And main thing, why schools are involved? Because child or a student, he learns in school better than home. That's also a thing. Because whatever I think, teachers are or they become a kind of, we can say, role models for students. They respect, they listen to them. Because mostly children, they are at an, we can say, that immature age, where they are more impressed or they are more convinced with the ideas of the teacher. With the ideas of the teacher, they are more convinced. So that's the reason I think so. Fine. So because here you can check the question, they have written very clearly. Do you agree? That's this one. Now next one. Do you think it is a good idea for students to earn money while studying? It is a good idea for students to earn money while studying. Right? What they will learn? Yes, I think so. I believe in this concept. I believe in this concept. Why I believe? What's the reason? They know the value of professional life. Right? They get a kind of dexterity or a skill in earning money. Why? Because they are in the field of education. Right? And they are, we can say, that careless in spend of money, or they lack this thing, right? They lack this thing, or they are careless. They lack this thing. They are lax also, careless also. Fine. So if they earn money, they understand one thing: the importance of money, the value of money. That's the main thing here. And during education, that's the main thing. That's he said. Next is this one: money and society. Do you think it is true that in today's society, money cannot buy happiness? Fine. So let's go to this question, that whether money can buy happiness. When I am not clear what to say, because it's a very, we can say, philosophical question, right? You can also use this kind of language. Fine. Or I'll give you these words, but do one thing. Let's make another thing. Is it? They said, do you think it is true that in today's society money cannot buy happiness? I am afraid to say. I cannot judge the happy face by money. Happy face by money or with money. I cannot judge the happy face. Right? Money gives you facilities, amenities, luxuries of life. That's a reality. It can change the environment. Right? I am giving you just an example. If money, nice home is there, car is there, fine, for travel purpose, you can say facilities, luxuries are there. But happiness is related to another thing. It So it can expose external happiness, but if we think about internal happiness, it's difficult to say. That's why I started from here. I am afraid to say. This is a very pet line. Whenever you are not clear about your answer, you want to throw some philosophy in you, right? So internally we can say that it depends whether person is happy, because happiness, what is happiness? Money is tangible thing, it's front of you. Happiness is intangible, so it's very hard to compare tangible with intangible thing, that whether we can get intangible thing, internal happiness with the money. So I have divided in this happiness, the meaning of happiness. This is my thinking. That's why examiner has clearly told me, because the topic is on money and society, and he asked me very nice question, that do you think it's true? That it's true. So naturally I have given explanation. My think is that one, that I am afraid to say happy, right? A happy face with money. I am afraid to say that face is happy with money, right? Because facilities it can give environment also. What disadvantages are there in a society where the gap between rich and poor is very large? We can take the example of our country. Fine. What are the disadvantages? We have very nice point here. You can go through it. What are the disadvantages? Society become polarized. Rich are cashing, they are enjoying their life, so they are cashing your life, right? Poor, what they are doing? They are in rags, right? They are in rags and they are just spending their life. This is the point. They are spending their lives. This is the difference. And naturally it can create I am saying polarized society, naturally conflicts arise. Fine. So there is always a conflict, and it widens the society also. It widens the thoughts of the people also. Thoughts of people. And it also affects, because he is talking about, just go to the question again, society. It also affects the integration of people. It can't make the integration. This is the main disadvantage, right? It can't make integration among people, between among more than two, and if amongst is also there, fine, it's more uncountable. So it can make integration people, right? Naturally if thoughts are different, then people, conflicts are there. So this brings, next question please. Do you think richer countries have a responsibility to help poor country? Fine. If in the name of humanity or in the name of mankind, if we think, then this statement is very much correct. Richer countries have a responsibility. Why? Because naturally, after all, they are also human beings. And every human being need a support or purport to move ahead. It means why they are poor? Because they are not utilizing their resources in a proper manner. And they lack in education also. I want to say technical education. Beneficial of education is only there when there is technical, right? They lack in technical education. This is my view, please. Don't be contradicted. So utilizing, they can't. So what the richer they can do? Richer. He is saying about the richer countries. And frank to you about this, I want to say one thing. Sorry for interruption. That this is writing task 2 also, right? And this type of task even if came in the exams also. These suggestions. So here what I am saying, so what the richer can do, right? They can just like do one thing. They can explore their resources. They can provide them education. Why? Because education is main thing. When education is provided, naturally they will get living standards. They will get employment opportunities, because richer countries, they are exploring these countries. And they should not go for any selfish policies also. That also I want to say. Right? They do not think about themselves. They think about the poorer people also. Because we have to feed them. Still the service is going also. We have to feed them. We have to save from the starvation also. So how is it possible? Because we can use the resources in a proper manner. Primary resources, we can say sources in every country, like agriculture, mining, a lot of things are there. Fine. So we can utilize these things and we can make these people more rich or richer. We can try the poor people. Yes, it's in the name of humanity. After all, we are human beings. So this is a part 3. In this way we discuss. You can check the questions please, part 2 and part 3. I told you one thing, main thing, that you have to talk for 1 to 2 minutes. Some people, they try to speak on more and more and they get grammar problems, they get repetitions, right? And these are the tips of this one. Please check this one, tips of this one, part 3. Right, these are some of the points we discussed. Your lots of videos are pending. Letter video is also pending. I will try to do in the coming week. We can get lot of things while when we think we can, right? Reasons are thoughts only. So please try to read newspaper, because from newspaper you will get the knowledge, awareness, lot of things you can get. And thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, share my channel. You know it's Pravinder Randhawa Guru at YouTube. So thanks once again for watching the video.